This visualization is intended to bring awareness to how our unconscious beliefs inform the thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and ultimately the outcomes in our lives. It's also intended to empower you to challenge those beliefs and create new beliefs that inform the outcomes in your life that you desire. So let's get started. I invite you to close your eyes or fix your gaze on something down and in front of you. Now take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose or your mouth. A few deep breaths all the way down to your belly. You may have been shallow breathing, or maybe just not aware of your breath prior to this time. These deep breaths help bring your awareness inward. Now, imagine you are sitting in the back seat of a vehicle. You're familiar with this vehicle, and you're familiar with the road you're traveling down. In fact, all of the roads you ride down in this vehicle are familiar. You know these roads well. There's a sort of comfort in these roads. Even though they don't ever take you anywhere new or exciting, they also don't take you anywhere scary. You're so familiar with this vehicle and these roads that sometimes you even forget that you're riding in the back seat. And you might also forget where the vehicle is taking you. Or maybe you never knew. Now imagine that the vehicle you're riding in represents your beliefs. Your beliefs are the container for your life experience. The driver of the vehicle represents your thoughts, and the passenger represents your emotions. The driver goes where the vehicle will comfortably allow it to go. It doesn't tend to go off road. It follows the paved, well-traveled roads, the roads that are smooth and predictable, which is what our thoughts do. They travel the already established neural pathways in our brains, where it's comfortable, safe, and efficient. This is what our beliefs do. They keep us safe, safe from risk, pain, and discomfort. The problem is that they are very often false beliefs. Don Miguel Ruiz calls it the liar in our head. These false beliefs keep us living small, limited lives. They keep us from exploring new experiences and new depths within ourselves and others. They keep the vehicle going down the same dead-end roads, traveling the same neural pathways, producing the same potentially undesirable outcomes in our lives. Now I want you to imagine the vehicle pulling over, and you get out of the back seat and into the passenger seat. You ask your emotions to move to the back seat. The driver, who again represents your thoughts, is now your chauffeur. Now you tell the driver where to go. You start down the same familiar roads. You come upon a dirt road that you've driven past many times. You've been curious and a little intrigued about where that road leads. You've heard there is something spectacular down that road, but up to this point, you've allowed the car and driver to dictate where you go. But today is different. As you approach the road, you tell the driver to slow down and turn down that dirt road. The driver resists. We shouldn't go. The car isn't well equipped for that road. It's risky. You hear a squeal in the back seat. It's your emotions, ramping up with both fear and excitement. Your thoughts and emotions are now feeding off of each other. What if we're trespassing? What will people think? Worse yet, what if we never come back to the safe paved road? You gently thank them for their concern and tell them you know they're just doing their jobs. but then firmly direct the driver to drive down the dirt road. The road is long and a bit bumpy, but when you finally arrive at the clearing at the end of the woods, you see the area, these roads, and the potential for where they may lead with a whole new perspective. And to think you've been driving by this dirt road for years, not aware that you could have taken control and come down this road and opened your awareness to new possibilities all along. What is it that you see at the end of the dirt road? What new pathway to a new experience do you want to create in your life? Call up an image of that now. Whatever that vision is, let it fill you with awe and joy and inspiration. Over the next several weeks, you direct the driver to keep coming down that same dirt road. Each time, your thoughts and emotions resist a little less. They're getting used to this new normal. It's now a more comfortable, familiar, safe road. It's now a well-worn path, a new belief, a new neural pathway. It's called neuroplasticity, and it's fully available to you to create the reality that you desire.